First things first, let's let's talk about this. Well, let's not, because it looks like shit, doesn't it? It's alright, you can drop it in the comments below, let me know. Yes, it looks like rubbish. And what actually happened, this side stayed perfect when I was welding it out, and then this side, it started to drop, and I didn't realise until I temporary fit it back on the car. So it is what it is. I've got no more time to waste. That's why I didn't spend long on it to start with. The boat is booked, so my time is very limited now, and I've got a hell of a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of testing to do as well with the new motor going in. So this is probably a good time for a shout out to any company out there that wants to let their mind go crazy on a front bar design. Hit me up on Instagram. We will be visiting just about every four-wheel drive around the country this year, so it'll be a good chance for you to show your work off on this. It is a much talked about car at four-wheel drive shows, so yeah, balls in your court. Other than that, let's jump up into the Canopy and I'll show you what else has been happening up there.
I'ma pull up to the club, with tequila in my cup. Pour it till I've had enough, feel the empty in my heart. I'ma pull up to the club, with tequila in my cup. Pour it till I've had enough, feel the empty in my heart.
So, I've just pulled the wall for the slide drop down out, so I can wire this up for the last time. So what we got here is the Starlink switch, because it's going to be permanently mounted on the roof. I thought I'd have its own separate switch. It's not like it's going to be on 24/7. If I'm obviously on the road and I've got 4G reception, then I will just use that, even though I'm paying $180 a month. So we'll take one of these switches out, whatever one's left over, and hardwire that in. What I've also got here is the 12 to 30 volt booster. So we'll have to possibly mount this up on the side there somewhere, run the power wires to the fuse box, and then run another wire over to the switchboard so I can then run this up through the canopy roof. And the Starlink's going to be permanently mounted to the top of the hard case that's up there. I wouldn't say permanently mounted. I'm going to get a case that can quickly take it out, just in case you park under a tree or something like that. I've got that other Starlink battery pack that I can put in there and then take that out somewhere in with no obstructions. Okay, so true to form, I get carried away and then I stop recording. But here we have, that's all hooked up. Air compressor, water pump, Starlink. That's a spare one. I sure do hope I don't have to try and wire something up to that, because it's going to be a bloody nightmare. Here we are just inside the canopy. I have fixed the left side in. I am just about to put this other side in here. I've got to straighten up the walls, obviously, so other than that we can put the fridge slide back in, and then we can start measuring out and working out where this TV is going to go, so we can work out the shelf height. But I'm happy. You know, when something is complete and you pull it apart and then you look at it and you're like, oh, I've got so much work to do. I started to feel a bit sick, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, so I've been flat stick trying to get stuff done. All the wiring's done. Headboard's back in. Slide drop down fridge. Back in. So that's working as it should. And Dan, on the TV. So that's a smart TV that'll hook up to Starlink. So yeah, now from here I can measure up that drawer, measure the height. I might have to get a wall, a little separator wall, put in here as well, because I don't want the coffee machine smashing the TV. Just tidying up the last things on this side. I've got to wait for all of this alloy to get bent up now. Got all my measurements to send off to them once they open up first thing this year. One last thing to go on the control panel, and that's a photo of this fella. That's my old man. I lost him back in 2016 due to melanoma cancer. He's one of those typical Aussies: singlet, pair of shorts, stubby in his hand, pair of thongs, that's it. He was out doing the big lap when he passed, hence the main reason why I am going to continue on his journey for him, and the main reason why I'm heading straight to Adelaide from here, because that was his last spot. So I had to downsize the frame, and we'll cut that up, fit that in there, screw that on so he can come along for the big journey. Just up on the roof, I'm going to start to mount these max tracks in their new position, and same as the case, I think I'm going to chuck a couple of big bolts straight through the bottom and bolt it down that way. One other thing I also have to change up here is the solar panels. They're about 100mm off the actual rooftop, so I might take that side bracket off and then mount those channels directly to the top of the rooftop tent. I'm not really too worried about putting any more holes in that highly customized rooftop tent anyways, because I think I'm going to upgrade to a better one, obviously. Yeah, let's get these max tracks in. So the case and the max tracks are all mounted up. I do need to take that sticker off. I've got an epic sticker on its way. I can't wait to show you that one. What next? It's either give this a final sand or take the diff out. I really don't want to take the diff out. You know, when you have jobs that you have to do no matter what, that's one of them. I am so over this bar, and yes, I know galv was the wrong choice of material to use. There's all these like porosity pinholes and stuff like that, and when you're welding galv, it just spatters everywhere. And so I'm, as I said, I'm over it. I'm just going to leave it. Hopefully the powder coater can make it look somewhat decent. Like you can see that dip down. I'm over it. Anyways, I'm going to sand it down, hopefully smooth, send it off to the powder coater, and hopefully he can make it look pretty for me, because I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Well, don't know. Here's what it is. It's all been sanded down, ready to go to the powder coater. So fingers crossed he makes it look better than what it does. Because I'm not happy. Like, I'm definitely not going to get comments like, oh man, that front bar is sick. I'm going to get, man, that front bar is shit. It's like, yeah, I know. So, hoping someone else can make one for me. I've cut the hole in the top so I can get into the clutch at the back here now. It still has to go about 20mm in, but I'm not going to worry about smashing it all the way in at the moment. We'll wait till the powder coaters open up and get it done so we can get it back on. Yeah. Onto the diff. Well, remember when I was saying that I had nowhere for the AC charger to go? It was right in front of me the whole time. Now, the back of the fridge is about 20mm off the actual inverter. So obviously the inverter is much bigger than the AC charger. So that's its new home. The biggest problem about all of this is I said this was complete. Now, what has to happen? The fridge slide has to come back out, and I have to tilt the control panel around again so I can wire the negative up to the shunt. By doing that, that'll just keep everything updated on the control monitor. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about auto electrical because I'm not qualified in that area, and I feel if you're giving out that type of advice that people may follow, then you should be qualified in that area. So another thing I bought was from my favourite shop, good old Bunnings. This is just like a thick foam sticky back, which is going to go behind the AC charger and the inverter, just to stop as much vibrations as I can as possible. So I'm just going to rip right in and I'll show you the finished product, and then we'll plug it into the PowerPoint and show you how it updates on the battery monitor. So that's all wired up. I need to go and get some more 000 wire for the inverter. I just got to try and work out how to really tidy all the wiring up over there. I might let the boys at PT Motorsport give me some good ideas. But as I said, AC charger's all hooked up. Now I'll just plug the PowerPoint into here, and then we've got to jump in and set it up. So I'll leave you right there. So PowerPoint's in. Flick the on switch on the side. And then now what we have to do is change battery type to the lithium. Charger's turned on. And then this here, as you can see, starting to pump in nearly 40 amps. That's awesome. So I only bought that if I ever do go to a caravan park. Like, I am the biggest hater on caravan parks. I don't hate caravan parks, I just hate paying to camp somewhere. This car is not built for caravan parks. So awesome. Let's tidy some things up and get the fridge slide back in there. Well, we're going to wrap this one up here. Absolute mountain of work to do, as you can see. I've got to tidy up the diff, put that back in. Engine gets rebuilt next week. Can't wait for that. And apparently people have holidays, so I need to wait until the shops open up so I can get all this stuff folded up. Then we can start to work on the other side. I've got the door cards back. But if you want to see that, you're just going to have to jump on the Instagram. Other than that, guys, I guess that's about all. Shall I see you on the next one?